Hi there, Ash from Nomisma here, and I'm really excited to be able to share with you today our latest product that we're about to release in Nomisma called NomiPay. So this is a development environment I want to share with you, and I just want to give you an insight as to exactly what NomiPay is and how it works. So essentially, what NomiPay is a wallet within Nomisma. So you and your clients can now create a NomiPay account, and you'll be able to request and receive money from your end clients into the NomiPay e-money wallet. So once you receive that money, it will then be stored in the e-money wallet, and you'll be able to get it paid out to the bank account of your choice, either automatically or manually. So the money can be stored in NomiPay and then paid out to the bank account of your choice. In the future, this will be evolved to bring additional functionality, but right now it's purely to receive payments into NomiPay and then pay out to your bank. So how this works, on the left menu, you've got NomiPay as an option. And on the top right side of your screen, you've got NomiPay notifications. So the notifications will tell you exactly when you're paid by a client, and you'll also be able to see when it's due to be paid out to your bank account. And by selecting NomiPay on the left menu, you'll be able to be taken to your NomiPay account, where you can see the balance of your account, and you can also see all of the invoices that have been paid into your NomiPay account, as well as the payment method used, the email address of the customer, the reference given, and you can see some details about that as well. Okay, so what I'm just going to go ahead and do is select sales on the left menu. And if anyone's familiar with our TrueLayer payment method, it's very similar to that in the sense that you get a pay now button added to your invoice, but also to your emails. So if I go ahead and just create a new invoice, so instead of selecting new invoice, I'm just going to select one that I've done earlier. So we'll go ahead and copy this. So that should be invoice 359. Yep. So invoice 359. We'll go ahead, we'll select a service date, and we'll change this to 10. It should be 450. Oh, sorry, 150 pounds. And in the top right hand corner, you do have a bank account, so you can decide which bank you could be paid to if your client still wants to make a manual bank transfer. But as we scroll down, you'll see NomiPay is enabled, and you are able to collect money with NomiPay. So there is a small onboarding process that you would need to go through to enable this, but it's really straightforward and super easy, and we've made it really easy for you and your clients. So at this point, we can select save, and then that will take us back to our sales dashboard. And then I'm just going to go ahead and then preview that invoice as well as the email. So we'll just let that save. So if I now go and select email, you'll notice it opens it up and we have a pay now button here. So your client will essentially be able to click that pay now button and they'll be able to go through the payment process. Okay, but also on the invoice itself, so when you send that email, it will contain this invoice, and they also have a pay now button on this invoice. So if you wanted to download this as a PDF, you could send this via WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, any communication channel of your preference, and whatever method you use, your end client would then be able to click the pay now button. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and select that and show you what it looks like. Okay, so once your client selects pay now, they'll be able to see how much they're paying, what the reference is, and they'll be able to select whether or not to pay by card or via bank transfer. Now, bank transfer is actually completely free to use, and it's using the latest open banking technology. Whereas with card, there are fees for this, but your client will be able to pay by debit or credit card, and it's one of the cheapest solutions on the market. So the pricing is all available on nomisma.co.uk/NomiPay. So if you go to Nomisma, at the top here, We've got what we do. You can select NomiPay, and we have the pricing here. So UK is 1.3% plus 20p. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is go ahead and enter some bank details. Now, I don't mind you seeing these because these are purely dummy details. But your client would enter their own and then select pay. There you go. So now that payment has been processed successfully, we've got the thank you message. So I'm just going to close that and go back to Nomisma. So within Nomisma, we've got that invoice for £150. That should now be marked as paid. So let me just refresh the page. Okay, so that has now refreshed, and as you can see, the amount due is now 0. So if I go to NomiPay on the left menu, we should then see the same invoice appear within the NomiPay section. So invoice 359 is settled. The customer email address is ash2@hotmail.co.uk, and the card they used ended in 1111. The amount charged was £150, and the fee was £4.35. And then we've got £145.65 as the net amount received. So the payable funds now, as you can see here, is £145.65. But the beauty of this solution isn't just that you can request and receive payments via NomiPay, but also the reconciliation process of that sales invoice is automated. So if I go into banking, we do actually have a NomiPay bank account, and this is where you'd be able to do your bank reconciliation. But as you can see here, on the 22nd of March 2023, we have a receipt of £150. And we also have a fee of £4.35. So those two together make up our transactions within NomiPay, which is £150 and £4.35, meaning the net receipt is 14565. So we can see that here. Yeah. So when that actually gets paid out, so if we go here and select payout now, then we can see the bank account that it's going to be paid out to, and that will actually go into NomiPay as a payment out, and then you'd be able to allocate it against the bank that you've received it into. So the full double entry in relation to this is completely automated for you, and it makes your client's life a little bit easier because traditionally, if they are using something like Stripe or WorldPay or a different payment provider, then they would send their invoice to their client, maybe set up a payment method on WorldPay, send the payment link to the client, and then once the payment's received, they'll then go into their bookkeeping platform and then reconcile the sales invoice manually, and it can be quite complicated. So we've tried to make the journey extremely easy and simple so that your life as the accountant or bookkeeper, as well as your client's life, is super easy, and you can just get on with what you do best. So I hope you found this useful. As always, if you do have any questions or queries, put them in the comments section of this YouTube video, or feel free to get in touch with us directly by emailing support@nomisma.co.uk, or call us on 020 3021 2326. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.